So in practice too, it's Kirk Ferentz is the head coach, as if it were any other week.
Oh yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What has the change on offense this past offseason done for you guys on defense? You've got all the experience in the world coming back, but has that kept you on your toes, made you a better defense in any way, just because you're seeing something different than you used to?
Yeah, I would say they made us better. Just playing more disciplined football, and that's really what the biggest part I got from playing that offense is just understanding that everyone has a job to do, because that game, that offense is very kind of forces you to do that. If you don't, if they catch you slipping, then that's when they really take off.
There are a couple of reminders of that in those early goings against a new look.
Against who?
Just did you have a couple plays where they got something? Like,
Oh yeah,
this is
especially when we're getting to the dog days of camp and guys are getting tired and it's a grind, and then it's hot and you're not really thinking too clearly. That's when we will find ourselves losing, really.
Do you feel like you ever get a little bit extra from an opponent of this caliber when they came in? Because, a Big Ten game is a Big Ten game, but when it's Illinois State, it's like they know that this is a game or a win that could put them on the map as a program when they come in here if they were able to beat you guys.
So what you're asking if I'm worried about it? Or?
Not necessarily worried, but just do you feel like when it's a smaller opponent from a lower division, do you feel like they bring a little bit extra or more?
If I was in their shoes, I would be like what's there to lose? We're not even meant to win the game. So if I was them, that's the mentality I would take. Just play the game and just play to win. If I was them, so and I'm not aware of that, and I'm trying to do the same thing. I'm trying to win the game. I really don't care who it is. I'm trying to win the game. It could be the best player or the worst player. But if I treat him like he's the worst player, that's when usually when I lose it, right?
I've heard some of your past teammates talk about how Phil Parker, when he's looking at film, he can make anybody look like the greatest college football player of all time. I guess, how does he go about instilling respect in your opponent every single week?
You said Coach, how does he go about Coach Parker?
Yep.
He's done it so much, and he has so much football knowledge. So I feel like he just has respect across the country, and especially after getting the award last year, I feel like that's been a long time coming thing. And I feel like more people are aware of it. So, at the end of the day, it's just football. Because all the words, all that stuff is nice, but we gotta play the game. We don't know exactly we got an idea what they're gonna bring out, but you never know. It could be a totally different offense. You have no idea. So you just gotta play the game.
Sebastian, I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure you probably would be asked this before, but when Kirk Ferentz won't be there on Saturday, is there any kind of extra motivation, the classic cliche of rallying around a guy, or is it just another game?
I would say it's he even said it himself, it was kind of just treat another game. He wants to be out there, but we really just, because at the end of the day, it's going to be us 11 guys on the field that have to get the job done. So, he did make it a point. It's don't focus too much on him. And, he does want to be out there, but, just do the job and just do it with our brothers. That's what really he told us to do.
What was your first emotion when you heard? Was it just total shock when you heard the news?
I haven't heard anything about it until that point. I know he brought up in the team meeting, and I was I had no idea what he was about to say. And when he told us, I was just kind of thrown off. And it wasn't oh no, the world's gonna end. It was just, we just gotta, keep on going.
How excited are you to see Coach Wallace get his shot as a head coach for one game?
I just want to see how he's going to go about it. I got complete trust in Coach Wallace as much as probably anyone in the building. So he's got a lot of respect. He's been here around the program for a long time. So I just want to see how he's going to go about it. I feel if he's going to give us a pump up speech or something like that for the game, or I would like to see. But if he doesn't, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But
I'll be frank, Sebastian. You're a vet, I can ask you this. Did you feel any sort of betrayal, shock, when you heard the news about Kirk doing something that he admitted is impermissible and some mistakes?
No, I wouldn't say there's none of that. Everyone makes mistakes. Sometimes people don't even know when they are making mistakes. So in a sense, sometimes you just don't know what you don't know, and everyone's human in the day, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just, I mean, yeah, that's what it really was.
Did it mean anything to you or the other players when you weren't in the room with us? We were in a press conference with him, and he did not seem at all frustrated. It was more just, I made a mistake. It is on me. He barely even mentioned Coach Budmeier's name. Did that mean anything to players, like to take responsibility for your own actions?
I mean, I feel like, yeah, when anyone does that, you kind of like, it's like you acknowledge it, but like you still respect it at the same time. And I mean, KF's got respect for like a lot of people, especially in this building. And I mean, yeah, everyone knows he's a down-to-earth guy. So like, yeah, there's ultimate respect.
I know that your coaching staff is all about teaching life lessons through football, things like that. What's a life lesson you feel like you've learned through this whole situation over the last week?
With the KF situation?
Yeah.
What I learned, I don't know. I can't tell you honestly. I don't know.
I mean, obviously it's going to be different, but you know, coach he's still going to be there with us in spirit. You know, he's doing a great job. Put together a great plan for us this week. So it's business as usual. Like I said, obviously it'll be different without him being there, but at the end of the day, we got a game to win, and that's all we're focused on right now.
What did he say to you when he told you?
What'd you say?
What did he say to you when he told you guys he wasn't going to be there?
I mean, it wasn't really. I mean, it was out everywhere on social media, so it wasn't something he necessarily even had to say to us. We kind of knew what was going to be going on when we came into the building that day, and he addressed it. Said what he had to say, and then we just moved on from there.
What was your first thought when you heard that news, though? It's just
I
so
mean,
unusual.
Yeah, it's definitely something different, right? But at the end of the day, it's serious time now, right? So our focus, we get it out, go over it as a team, but now it's on Illinois State, so that's all we're focused on.
Any extra motivation that let's go win this one for Kirk that can't be there?
Yeah, I mean, I think the only motivation, I think he would say the same thing if he was out here. It's the first game for the 2024 Iowa Hawkeyes, and that's all the motivation you need at this point in the season. And we're just excited to get out there and show the world we've been working on.
Can this defense be better than last year?
I mean, that's our goal. But at the end of the day, we're not worried about last year's results. I mean, we put in a lot of good work over the past 3-4 weeks, and we're just excited to go out there and write our story. And fortunately, we've had great defense here in the past, but it's our job to raise that standard this season.
Not a lot of turnovers for us. Kind of the only thing you guys didn't do last year. What's kind of the key to getting more turnovers?
It's definitely an emphasis for us. I mean, every day in practice, we do certain things to not just put an emphasis on it, but kind of reward the turnover system. And it's definitely something that we need to pick up because it helps our team as a whole with field position and helping the offense get better field position, special teams, and stuff like that. So definitely something that we're working on, we're focusing on, and hopefully we see some results.
What does that kind of rewarding look like?
It's just a little point system we've got. We got this thing called Ball Hawks, and it just, like I said, emphasizes the tip balls, the scoops, the fumble recoveries, interceptions, stuff like that. So
who's leading that right now?
We got a lot of guys. I'll just put it that way. We got a lot of guys that had a lot of good numbers. I will say the DBs won the position group battle, but they get more opportunities sometimes. So, but it's fun competition. Keeps practice fun, keeps us up tempo and everything like that. So it's good.
How can this first game maybe set the tone for the season? Is that something you're looking to set a good momentum in the rest of the season?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously it's not going to be perfect. It's our first time getting out there in Kinnick in front of 70,000, playing a different team. So our job is really just to put our best foot forward. You want to get off to a fast start, but like I said, at the end of the day, it's not going to be perfect because they're practicing to play perfect too. So it's going to be a great challenge for us. Test our mindset right away, and given other circumstances surrounding the game, it'll be good for us to go through this early.
We know about you and Ethan, but what did you see from Max and Brian in camp coming off the edge? Do you guys have a rotation of 4 you feel good about?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of confidence in those guys. They've been coming to practice, showing up every day. Obviously, I'm not in charge of rotation. I just go out there and do what I can to help this defense win. But I'm definitely excited to see them keep taking steps, and if they get on the field, I know they'll be ready to go.
As you guys are prepping for Illinois State, what's something that sort of jumped out at you about them in the prep that you've done? Something that you've really got to focus on neutralizing this week?
I mean, I think the biggest thing is just how we handle it mentally, right? I mean, a couple years ago, we were in a dogfight with an FCS program in South Dakota State. So just the biggest thing is coming out, just focusing on us, doing what we got to do, not beating ourselves. And The rest will take care of itself. But obviously, like I said, they've been grinding the last 4 weeks trying to get ready because they want to get off to a strong start in their season. So you just can't take any opportunity for granted. Just come out ready to go from snap one.
When you have such great linebackers behind you, how important is it for the D-line to maybe create their own pressure, whereas once the D-ends and D tackles get pressure, the linebackers can just roam and do whatever they need to do?
I think, outside of that, I think we all just work really well together. I mean, we're a defense. Everybody plays two gaps for the most part, and if we do our job staying square, it makes it easy for them to scrape over the top and make plays. And they obviously are great in the film room. Coach Wallace has those guys ready to go every week. They do a great job of seeing things before it happens, helping put us in position. So obviously, everything starts in the trenches, O-line, D-line, so we got to do our part, but it definitely feels good knowing we got those guys back there with us.
What does Jeremiah Pittman bring to this room?
Oh, Pitt's a pleasure to be around all the time, whether it's spiritual talk, just humor talk, anything like that. He brings a sense of levity into the room. He's definitely a favorite amongst the guys, and he's obviously a hard worker out there on the field. He's a guy that's during practice he'll take all the twos, he'll take all the Debo reps, and he'll come in with the ones and take a lot of reps there. So it's definitely good having guys with that kind of mindset, and like I said, I'm just excited to keep seeing him grow.
Ethan Hurkett's going to get his first start on Saturday. How excited are you guys to see him get that accolade?
I'm excited. I mean, being an Iowa kid, going to Xavier, it's definitely been his dream. He's talked about it a lot before. So having experienced that last year myself, I know he'll probably be nervous a little bit, but he's been looking awesome this camp and so far this game week, and I'm just excited for him to get to experience that, and I know he's ready to go, pumped up for it.
Definitely playing a lot of football, also our preparation. We know how to prepare being veterans, and we know what we need to do in order to be the best we can be on Saturday. Then just after you've watched tape so many times and seen the same formation, the same personnel, you get out there, it slows down for you, and you forget the fans are even there. You just focus on the job at hand, and that's to win the ball game.
Obviously, you want to win every game, but how important is it to win the first game of the season? Does that build a certain type of momentum going forward for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I think each week is the same goal, the same mentality. And this being the first one out in Kinnick, I feel as though we're not going to approach it any different. We're still going to prepare the same, whether if we're playing Illinois State, whether we're playing against Iowa, Iowa. We're going to go out there and play smart, physical, tough Iowa football.
But Illinois State has their own quirks. What do you see from them on film?
They have very productive wide receivers, very productive running back. They throw the ball, get the ball out quick. They didn't have many sacks last year. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. The offensive coordinator was in Illinois in 2021, going back watching a little bit of that. And that's about it.
Am I remembering right? This is going to be the first home opener that you've got to play since 21.
Yes. This is going to be my first time starting in the home opener in my career.
About time, it feels like.
Yeah, about time.
What is that going to be like? Getting to swarm out there and then hit the field right away, and that's a moment you probably won't get.
Yeah. Fortunately for me, I've swarmed and hit the field right away for a couple of times, especially out there in Kinnick. So it's going to be. I ain't going to say another ball game because this is my last go round, 6th year. But I'm going to go out and have fun with the boys.
Jamari, how does Coach Parker go about instilling respect in your opponent every week?
I feel as though he has the same respect for every opponent every week. We're going to go out there and know that we're going to get a dogfight regardless. Just go out there and be sound, play tough, smart, physical football. And everything follows week to week. He always shows respect to the opponent, no matter the title, no matter the conference. It doesn't matter. We're going out to win a ball game, and we must respect our opponent.
Jamari, I do have another one about your head coach. I know y'all aren't going to talk about the NCAA legalese stuff, but when you did find out the news, was there any sense of, I don't know if betrayal is the right word, shock, betrayal at all?
No. Coach Ferentz is still Coach Ferentz. He's been a major part in my life, helping me grow as a man, and I look at him a little different.
Will it be a little different, you think, without having him out there? And is there a sense of let's go win this for him? Let's go get a win for Kirk on this one?
I think ultimately we're just going out to get a win, and by any means possible. If that's defensively, special teams, offensive-wise, go on and get the win. It's the most important.
Can this defense? You guys were pretty good last year. Can it be better? Can you guys have a better D this year? Do you feel like you have the pieces and the personnel to have a just as good or a better defense this year?
We always looking to raise the standard, so that's the goal. But you know what happens week to week. All we can do is focus on this week and leave it at that.
You got a defensive head coach this week, Seth Wallace. What do you expect from him, like in that role? Is it
I don't expect much different.
much different than Kirk or from himself?
I just himself, the team. I think we all have a common goal, and that's just to win the ball game.
Have you talked to him about it? Joked with him about it or anything like that?
It feels no different to me. We all go out there and practice the same, and there's been no change in anything. So.
T.J. Hall won the cornerback job on the other side. It was an interesting battle. What did you see from him that allowed him to win that job?
He's made some great plays this camp, consistently made great plays, and I just think he's just been his growth and maturity overall, whether that's on or off the field, it's been great and consistent, most importantly. I'm looking forward to going out there with him Saturday.